I wrote a little song. It's called One. And it says we're one, but we're not the same. We've got to carry each other. Carry each other. Bono's a hero of mine. And my hero worship of rock stars started long ago because I realized they could inject music into your vein that reminded you of the moment in which you heard their music. And ladies and gentlemen, that happened to me on the 5th of July 1986 at the first rock concert I was ever at. And a man called Freddie Mercury got up on stage and he raised his crown and he said, "One man, one goal, one mission, one heart, one soul, just one solution." I had a dream, ladies and gentlemen, when I was young, a dream of sweet illusion. A glimpse of hope and unity and visions of one sweet union. And that union was a union of purpose between medicine in veterinary and medicine in human. And ladies and gentlemen, since then, I've met a brilliant friend of Freddie Mercury's who has a message for you now.
Hi folks, Brian here, Brian May. I want to tell you, it's great that you're here. It's wonderful that Noel has put this fantastic festival together. I was one of the generation who was growing up under the misapprehension, perhaps, that human beings were the only important species on the planet. As soon as it dawned that that wasn't true, the world changed for me. So we do not need to assume that humans have any more right to be on this beautiful earth than any other creature. And if we make medicine, if we make things to make people better, we also make it for animals, all animals. So this festival is all about one kind of animal, the kind of animal that you care about. Noel, I love you. All you folks out here, thank you for being here, and let's spread the word. God bless you.
Give Brian May a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. He's a good human being that believes, as I do, that animals deserve a fair deal for everything they're given to us, ladies and gentlemen. I know all of you agree. When we saw the Olympics, ladies and gentlemen, we all got inspired, didn't we? This is me carrying the Olympic torch. I was brilliant in the Olympics. Anyway, in the Olympics, everything happened and everything was possible. One medicine doesn't happen, ladies and gentlemen, because we don't believe. We don't believe it can happen in our lifetime. And we're just dumb because we're ignoring the obvious truth. And that was never brought home more than when Sir Philip Craven stood up at the end of the Paralympics and he said, "I heard a young lady speaking to a child. And that child was talked to about Never Never Land. And in Never Never Land there was a man and he had a wooden leg and he had a patch over one eye. And he had a hook for a hand. Who do you think that man was?" Expecting the child to say a pirate, and the child said it must be a Paralympian. And the reason for that, ladies and gentlemen, was that we hadn't robbed that child of his dreams. The reason for that is we hadn't given that child a happy ever after land, and we hadn't given Winston a happy ever after land. Winston had both front feet dragged along underneath the car. They were ripped off. Shall we put him to sleep? It might be the right thing to do, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you have to hold the hand of death or life. But ladies and gentlemen, remember hope. I'd seen this movie, ladies and gentlemen, it's called Wolverine. And I know you think Hugh Jackman's a really good looking guy, but I have to tell you that's a better looking guy. Anyway, I'd seen Hugh Jackman with these pegs coming out of his knuckles, and I thought, well, if I could amputate his tail, Winston's tail, put it onto his rods, then I could build him new hands. So he would run around on new hands. He would run around on new hands without a tail, but he would certainly have a tale to tell. Now, does that bring you hope? Good. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to draw this to a conclusion by giving you 6 examples of why I think one medicine could